Guys want to start with Popovich? We're going to start with Popovich, okay? Let's see what he has to say for himself. As you guys know, I was not the happiest with this game and the game prior. Game prior, we didn't call a timeout when we had one, and we could have at least attempted to get to overtime. We didn't want to do that, and I understand it's preseason. And this game, okay, Steph Castle should have started. You could tell right off the bat that was a terrible starting lineup. Very obvious that it was going to be pretty not great. And Castle had a really good game, right? So it is what it is. I understand it's the way Popovich does things, but you know, I don't know. I don't like it. I didn't like it these past games, to be honest with you. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this Popovich press conference. Big shout out to BetUs for sponsoring this segment, of course. And let's listen to our boy, Goat Pop. Goat Pop.
Practice tomorrow. We've got the scrim on Saturday.
We have the scrimmage on Saturday? We are so back.
Off on Sunday. Have two good practices, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday will be a travel day probably. That's the way it looks right now. Saw a lot of things I liked. Hung tough the first and third quarters, but second and fourth, they got away from us. But
Van Fleet was, oh my God. He was playing like it was the finals, bro. I don't know what was going on. Van Fleet was playing like he was in the NBA finals. Good God.
We'll concentrate on the things that we saw at both ends that were good. And the other stuff where we made the mistakes, whether it's transition or not communicating, we'll continue to get better at that. But I was impressed with you, good number of the players, and seeing their corporate knowledge pick up a little bit and play the way we want to play.
Their corporate knowledge pick up a little bit, like what they've learned from the Spurs already. Honestly, there were a few. I wish we would have got a longer one. Why are these so short? Oh, it's because we're away, isn't it? It's because we're away. Dude, I saw it was one section where they just looked like they were clicking. And I think Sean Elliott, I usually don't have the sound on. At least I don't have it on too high. But Sean Elliott was talking about how it looked like the 2014 Spurs. And we've seen glimpses of that a few times during this preseason where it was like, whoa, what the heck? Clan, it's the pregame interview. Wait, this is the pregame interview? No, this is the postgame. Oh, you said I need to listen to the pregame. All right, okay, this is what we'll do. Let's take a look at BetUS to sponsor this segment, and then we'll jump over to the pregame since you think the pregame is interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. Which one should we do? Since we're talking about Popovich, let's see. Shout out to BetUS, by the way. Let's go to Coach of the Year. What are Pop's chances of getting Coach of the Year? It's actually not the worst. It's actually not too bad. I'm gonna roll with it. I'll roll with it. That's fine. I don't know. 15 say 15 give you 270. The Spurs would have to have a crazy great season for this to come true. An absolutely crazy great season. I'm placing the bet. If you guys are interested in BetUS at all, please head on over to BetUS and use promo code YouTube150, and you will get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and 125% bonus on your second two deposits. And also, or your second and third deposit, that is. But also, it's up to $2,000. So you guys go check that out if you're interested. But yeah, BetUS, promo code YouTube150. I'm confirming that bad boy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Coach Pop's pregame, as you guys mentioned. Let's see. Let's see here. He said pregame. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes. This must have been really good.
Final preseason game there.
Well, just the same thing that you might expect as far as understanding how we want to play. Conditioning, that sort of thing. But just, those guys have nothing major, just bumps and bruises, and better to not exacerbate that.
Coach,
Oh, he's talking about sitting Wemby, and I completely agree with sitting Sohan, by the way. Sohan has been like super physical and going hard the entire preseason. I understand sitting him. I still think Wemby needs him. Wemby, I mean, I guess I get it. He went through the Olympics and everything. Maybe he needed a little time out. But Wemby, man, woo, he has been rough. Wait for it. Oh. I'm telling you.
In terms of
Wemby took a knee. Oh, yeah, he did get hurt that time.
you saw from Trey and Chris on the floor together.
Oh, dude, thank you for the super chat. I'll read it now. Why not? Castle's still raw offensively, but I was impressed with his defense and court vision. He was also good at getting to the line. Very impressive overall. I love Steph Castle, dude. I love Steph Castle. You are absolutely correct, my friend. I'm watching.
Do you like the offense, how it looks so far in terms of that combination?
Yeah, that we've.
Sorry, I missed the
played-
question.
Do you like the offense, just in terms of the minutes you've seen from Trey and Chris on the floor together? Do you like the offense, how it looks so far in terms of
Trey and Chris together.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that
look
we-
pretty good together.
We've played them together on purpose to see if there was any sort of a kind of a chemistry or the way they played off each other. And they've done pretty well. We do like it. We just, or when we do that, we're instituting a rule that no team is allowed to post them.
In terms of helpful, how do these games compare to just a good, hard preseason practice?
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
How do these games compare to a preseason practice? They're more intense, I bet. Is that was that the question?
I think, when the lights go on, guys, whether it's the first five or, the bottom five, they're going to go at it a little bit more because everybody's watching and you never know what's going to happen in your career, and that sort of thing. So I think the lights kind of pick it up a little bit, even though it's preseason. Yeah.
By the way, mentioning Castle, ARD or AR Doc, dude, Castle has been clutch the entire preseason. He has made, even though the Spurs have not, they've been fine. The Spurs have actually been fine. But even though we haven't won as many as we might have wanted to, Steph Castle has definitely come in the clutch in the fourth quarters. I've noticed it. Both ends of the court.
For the guys that haven't played so much this preseason in particular, Victor, what's the balance between keeping them healthy, keeping them fresh, and having them in a rhythm when the games start to count?
Well, it is a balance. I don't think he'll be in great rhythm to start the season. He had a long year last year, obviously, with the Olympics and everything, and the tournament he had before he came over, and then the NBA, and then the Olympics, that sort of thing.
Were you just saying that he's repeating what I mentioned? Like, how can you just say that? That he won't be in a rhythm? Yeah, that pissed me off too. No, he said he won't be in good rhythm. Oh, I got you. All right.
And he's been dinged up a little bit, so the practices on Monday and Tuesday are going to be really important to get him as much of a rhythm as we can.
Do you think he'll be limited minutes?
So you guys think that he's worried? It might legitimately be worried about the knee-to-knee injury, like you guys mentioned. That's the. Yeah, he took knee contact. I see no problem with this. Yeah, I don't really see the problem with this. Me personally, I did think Wemby should have played, but you mentioning the knee-to-knee contact, it's like, okay, yeah, that did happen, and I kind of just, that slipped my mind a little bit. And if they don't want to risk that, I understand. It has been frustrating. I did think that was more so the reason was, well, not the knee-to-knee, but the reason was because he's been in the Olympics and he's going to be rusty or whatever. He's been really rusty. Yeah, it's going to take a couple games. But right off the bat, I mean, we can't afford to, like, I want to win games. I know the Spurs want to win games. We can't afford to, like, give him, like, 15, 20 minutes. Like, he got to get, especially when the season is early and it's not as intense. It's going to be intense, but not as intense. He needs to start learning now, right? it's not sitting him. It's the fact that he thinks he won't be in good rhythm coming opening night. I don't know. I'm not really getting upset about that. I don't think he will be. I don't know. I don't know. How do you think? I'm not being condescending. How do you think Popovich should have answered that question? What do you think he should have said? Not judging. I genuinely want to know.
Wise to start the season and everything.
No, I don't think so. But I think he'll get tired.
You spent a good amount of time around.
Load management is ruining the league. Okay, all right. Let me say this. I am frustrated. Okay, I am frustrated with Popovich not calling. I'm way more frustrated with Popovich not calling the timeout at the end of that last game during the preseason. Like, that frustrated me. But to say load management is ruining the league, this context, I don't know. I mean, the NBA is going to get better about load management anyway because, you know, all your awards are on the line or whatnot. But, yeah, I don't know. I care, but I don't care as much to start complaining about load management. I don't know. Just say we're trying to get him in a rhythm. That's it. Okay. I mean, I get, yeah, he could have said that. Yeah, like keep a positive spin on it. Was it the negative connotation that you didn't really like? I get you.
Kelvin Sampson. What is it about Kelvin that enables him to get guys to play so hard for him year after year?
He is Calvin. It's like what Ginobili used to tell me. I'd say, Manu, why are you doing this? Because I'm Manu. Why is he great? Because he's Calvin. He's a tough nut, and he takes no prisoner.
I don't think he'll be in a good rhythm. Yeah, so you really just don't like that. Popovich has always been the type to kind of shoot it straight, though. I mean, he's always been like this. I don't see him going off of that. But I get you. Like putting a different spin on it would have been nice.
He takes no excuses. He's adamant in demanding what he knows will win. And
are we talking
as
about
a
Keldon?
player, you appreciate that. It's easy to handle when you know exactly what's expected of you and at what level you have to perform. And if you do that, you're going to be his favorite guy.
Who are we talking about? Very good. You watched the game, but if you check the box score, it's bad. Oh, you asked how did Castle play? Castle played beautifully. Yeah, we have to still look at the stats. Who the heck are we talking about?
Because he's Calvin.
Kelvin.
He is Calvin.
Who's
What
Kelvin?
about Kelvin that enables him to get guys to play so hard for him year after year?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think we were talking about Keldon. I don't know why Pop said Kelvin.
He is Calvin. It's like what Ginobili used to tell me. I'd say, Manu, why are you doing this? Because I'm Manu. Why is he great? Because he's Calvin.
Don't you ever compare Keldon to Manu Ginobili. Think he means Keldon? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, Keldon does play hard. That is true. And I think that's a really good point to say, hey, now that he knows his role, maybe it'll be a little bit easier. I just felt like last season he knew his role too. But with that being said, last game, Keldon was great. Okay? Keldon was absolutely great. Johnson's brother, isn't he involved with the Spurs? Oh, what? What are we talking about? I don't know. You guys are confusing me now.
He's a tough nut, and he takes no prisoners.
I have no idea
he takes
what we're
no
talking
excuses.
about. Does Johnson have a brother? Keldon has a brother? Bro, what? I don't know. I feel like, are you trolling? Never mind, I'm tripping. Are you smoking?
He's adamant in demanding what he knows will win, and as a player, you appreciate that. It's easy to handle when you know exactly what's expected of you and at what level you have to perform. And if you do that, you're going to be his favorite guy.
I'm so confused, dude. I don't know. He's talking as if Keldon is a superstar. I don't know. Like I don't get what we're talking about. I completely realized I did not have this on the screen. Was it camera on me the entire time? It wasn't on me the entire time, right? Next segment? Yeah, we're getting out of here. Yeah, we're getting out of here. All right. Thanks for showing me that. Shout out to BetUs for sponsoring this segment.